Hi guys, this is FNGR, and today we're talking with another King of Limbo. It's been a while. We're back with a furry artist, Ndnode. Hope I said that right. There's a link naturally to his Twitter and his work. I was a bit concerned, but after talking to him, he made a great account of himself. We're joined by Brony Inspector, Blake Diamond, Aria Diamond, who in no way, shape, and form is in a torrid love affair with Blake. She wants to make that clear, and does not want any of you little bastards in the comments shipping them. And the elf, AZ. Till next time, Godspeed and enjoy.
It's over there. It's 10 a.m. in the morning over here.
Okay, no problem. Yeah, it's 5.
And I thought it might be a bit of an issue with getting things together. And plus, let's face it, who's on YouTube at 10 a.m.? I'm sure some people, but
Oh, 5 over here.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Oh, 5 here. Well, there you go. All right. All right then. Okay. Also, hello to.
This is Brony Inspector. He does Daki Makaras and Daki accessories.
Yeah.
Oh, lovely.
Indeed.
Thank you.
Always
yeah. I'm with
always
Waffle
nice to see
Wishes. Yeah.
He's Brony fandom.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Excellent. No, that's cool. That's cool. I've known a few. I didn't get too into it myself. I did attend to a convention that was down here one time, though. Don't think. Okay, like I said, didn't connect to it as much as other people did.
Yeah.
Alright, so here's the format. We generally pelt you with questions. If you don't like them, you just hit pass. That's it.
I'm cool with that. I'll answer them the best I can. And, yeah. All right, then.
And I just got here, so Anthony's the one mostly ready with questions. I just hopefully can
No problem. So,
color in the spaces.
well, there's going to be some of the, basic, bland, simple ones. So, here, let me just make absolutely sure my audio is taking... Oh, by the way, Inspector, you're doing a backup, yeah?
Let me hit record right now. All right.
Wunderbar.
Hey.
What got you set down the path of furry?
Let's see. I suppose it was more. I was already doing artwork beforehand of just general stuff, comic stuff and everything else like that, and it was just sort of another avenue that I sort of thought it was kind of, I can do this, I can draw some of this, and then I met up with some people who I do play in role-playing groups and whatnot, and they were in the furry fandom. I thought, okay, hey, look, can you get me an in on this one convention that we have down here? It was called Convergence, okay, and I had a lot of fun at that. Okay, I'm still sort of, I guess I'm newish into the whole thing, just to the whole thing, but so far it's been pretty good. A lot of people who I did art because of the artwork I did, a lot of people recognize me, but I thought, oh, that's kind of cool and everything, and so yeah, it was just it was kind of a bit more well received than some of the other conventions I've done, and it was all really good. It was good, and I've sort of started to go down that sort of path now. So yeah.
So, since I forgot to do the intro, which works out great since we just had this is AZ, we call them the elf.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm going to do the intro now. Welcoming to this week's King of Limbo, joined by the following co-hosts, AZ.
Hello.
Brony Inspector.
Hey, man.
And I'm going to have that name Node, I believe, sir?
Node or Ndnode or what? Either one is fine. Okay. Some people call me Nod for some reason. I'm not sure, but yes. So Ndnode, Nd, or Node, whatever works.
I was hell tempted to call you Noodle, but we won't do that.
Noodle. Yeah,
that's fine. That's a new one
was your
for
brain.
me, but that's cool.
My brain wasn't the only one doing that. I'm glad to know that now.
Okay.
Okay, good. Yeah.
The only question I've asked so far is what got the artist in question headed down the path of furry. I'll steal one more. How long have you been drawing? As basic and simple as that is.
Let's see. I've been drawing for... Look, I've been drawing for a long time, since I was, early teens and stuff like that, but only professionally I've been doing it, taking it seriously within the last maybe 4 or 5 years or something. Okay? It was mostly just, it's I was drawing before and uploading stuff before, but it was only hobby stuff. I wasn't trying to improve or anything else like that, but now it's I'm trying to do more professionally and trying to do comics. I'm trying to I'm sending off pictures and trying to actually make this an actual career. So yes, that's about it.
Well, let me hit you with one more on this line. What artists Yeah, what artists are you a fan of, furry and otherwise?
Ooh, let's see. There's actually a lot of people that I have that I consider my peers and whatnot, and people who have been very inspirational for me. Let's see. I suppose one of the big ones at the moment. I'm not sure if you know this guy, Mode 7. Okay, he does some fantastic, really nice, colorful artwork, and I love the way he uses his colors and. He does a lot of weird stuff, and by the way, some of these guys will be NSFW guys, so just pointing it out there.
Oh,
okay.
I couldn't imagine, but no, I've talked.
No, really?
There's a individual from Brony fandom. If you've ever heard of Siriano, so I don't have a problem with anyone doing a not safe for work. I only purchase risque more myself because I can't bring myself to buy artwork I can't use on YouTube because I'm a shill. But
no, that's completely fine.
Yes. Speaking of which, are you cool with me like maybe grabbing like an image off your Twitter to use as like the thumbnail for the podcast?
Oh, by all means, by all means. I've got you can use stuff from my the new comic that I've been doing as well too, which is Tumble and Fall, which I've been doing with my partner Generation Slayer, and that's been going good. I've been working on the third issue at the moment. Sorry, doing a bit of a, pitch and a shell here of myself. Sorry.
Yeah, that's the whole idea here. If you have an image that would would be a great example of your artwork as well as YouTube friendly, by all means, send it to me.
We're all about shameless self-promotion here.
Indeed.
Hey, no, that's fine. That's fine. Look, I'll be more okay. Like I said, you can pick something from my from my timeline, or probably the cover. Probably one of the covers would be great.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah. When you said Mode 7, I was like, my knee-jerk reaction, is that like a techno band or a video game?
I think that's what he got the name from. I think he got the name from like the whole Mode 7 stuff from what was it? The the SNES era and stuff like that. Everything was Mode 7.
Huh.
I suppose another one would be I really like, and again another NSFW artist, Slugbox.
I have heard that one. Isn't wouldn't you also know that Brony Inspector?
Sorry.
Yeah, I'm checking it out. I'm looking at Mode 7 right now. Slugbox.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Mode 7 does a lot of NSFW stuff. To just warning you, and it's a lot of it is really weird, but I like weird shit. Okay.
Now, speaking of weird shit,
that's another thing I forgot to mention. Am I allowed to swear? Because that's
absolutely.
Thing. Okay.
Yeah. Wait 1 second.
Good.
The only
So I don't have to worry about
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Now, generally, Creepy Readings told me that YouTube only checks for about the first minute and a half, and I think we're past that threshold. So yeah. Go ahead.
Now, since you said weird shit, I had a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
You said you've been drawing in for feels like forever now. How was it always the more fetishistic stuff, or did you start off vanilla and then as time went on and slowly ease your way into the?
I think Look, I started off as vanilla. I actually started off trying to be sort of like an actual artist, as in, using oil and paint and stuff like that. And I tried to do that sort of stuff. The only problem with that is that no one gave a shit. Okay.
Well, the advice I've gotten from they're actually furry these days. If you've ever heard of Crown Prince, if you're going to do anything adult, you might want to do it under a pen name or something like that.
Yeah, and that's sort of where the whole Ndnode sort of thing came from, because I had a few different pen names to start off with, and all of them were as absolutely pretentious as the last one, seriously, at one time I went by the name Brohemian.
What was that your worst one? That's pretty bad. What was your your worst name you've ever done art under? What that you just go back as far as you can remember? What's the creepiest?
There's two.
Okay. Yeah.
Go ahead.
All right. One is just straight up bad. Protophonic.
Protophonic. And I love that because phonic, that's pertaining to sound. What the hell does that have to do with visual art? I love it. It makes no sense.
Wait, my man. What art did you draw under that name?
No, here's the thing. I painted under that name.
All right,
that's the thing.
What type of art did you do under that name? What style of paintings?
Oh, just pretend I was fresh out of art school and stuff like that. So I was doing all sorts kind of paintings and stuff like that, and it was just paintings like skulls, like, sort of hard to realize stuff, a lot of rain scenes and stuff like that. Like, a lot of traditional art and stuff like that. So basically boring stuff. Okay. But at the time I thought I was kind of avant-garde and stuff like that,
Oh. No, by the way, I wanted to go off there, by the way, for anyone listening, and that was Blake Diamond who joined a little late there.
Yeah, hi, sorry.
Yeah, no, it's fine. I wanted to continue on from Blake's line of thought here. I was going to put these more towards the back end, but he opened the door. With all due respect, you draw some more niche art interests.
You're correct. Yes, I do a lot more. I do a lot more niche shots. I do it under two different. I do have two different names. I've got my NSFW stuff and my Safe Work stuff as well too.
Certainly.
I'll actually send. If you need, I'll send you the Safe Work link as well. That's what I take to more public venues and whatnot. Okay.
Oh no, there's a question still here. Do you feel the fandom expanded your tolerance level, or on what you're?
Yes. I think it was exposure to more different types of people. Just sort of makes, because like I said, back when I was, I didn't actually get to tell you my weird name. I'll tell you afterwards, though.
Yeah, no, it's all right.
Fine.
Yeah, that's fine. The other one is, let's see, no, getting back to this, sorry. I'd say because I was exposed to a lot more different people who had a lot more weirder and cooler ideas, but more importantly that were just sort of casual about it, I think it sort of allowed me to be a bit more casual. And I had some also really good friends who were kind of like, saying, dude, you don't have to be so, you don't have to be hide
so
everything
uptight.
And stuff
People were calling you uptight because you weren't getting into it, and then you were like, I'm not doing that anymore. Okay.
So I just said, fuck it.
Yeah,
and,
nothing worse than getting called uptight when you're trying to get in with your new cool friends. Like that's the worst. That's the worst fucking feeling.
Yeah. But after doing that, and that sort of expanded my social group a lot as well too. I think like it does with everybody, and it kind of you start just being okay, and you start being okay with just putting your stuff out there more and everything, and it's something I'd sort of recommend to other people because I'm sort of running into art, like new artists as well too. And they're coming up to me saying, "Oh, hey, how's it going?" And everything else like that, conversation. And I'm saying, "Oh, these are good. Why aren't you putting them up?" He says, "Oh, because I would just," and I'm like, "Problem is, like, dude, just do it. Put it under a different pen name or something, but just start off, okay? And just start because the worst that'll happen is you get someone, saying it looks shit, but okay, then you can make the next one better. Okay, that's about it, So yeah."
Does anybody? I have tons left. I'm just doing it. If anybody has any questions, jump in.
What's it like being a furry artist?
Well, it's got okay. I suppose it's good. It's good in its way that you've got people who you've got an audience. Basically, that regardless of what you do, you've got someone who will look, comment, and basically give you feedback and come back for more, basically. At the same time, you're sort of a bit cagey when it comes to going into the workspace or anything outside of it, and you're sort of a bit, you have to sort of judge, are they okay with it? Are they not? Or something. So you've got that sort of,
Oh no, dude! I can tell you they're not. They're not. Like we once took a bunch of furry art to a fantasy con, and they just hated us. That's all.
Okay.
Like yeah.
Yeah. So there you go. All right. And there you go. So it's like keeping two plates spinning and stuff like that. So so you got so you're just trying to make sure that both one doesn't get too wonky and stuff like that. And you sort of have to, and you sort of trying to get into like thinking about, is it just worth just letting one of the plates drop and just me focusing my attention on this and stuff like that?
I'm really good at spinning this one plate.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then you think, is that what I want to do? Like, do I just want to, or do I want to actually have a few more dimensions?
A plate spinner analogy is very interesting when like thinking of yourself as an artist on a whole, because like one plate spinning, watching a guy spin one plate, that's not fantastic. It's him getting a bunch of plates going at once that everyone's lining up to see. So
Exactly.
The fact that you don't want to just have one plate going really, I think, says a lot about like how you envision, just your art on a whole. You want it to be something, sounds like you want it to be bigger than something that's just furry or just or even just fetish art. As it were?
Illusions of grandeur, you could call it. No,
well,
but yeah.
But tell you what, if we're getting too serious, I could hit you with some fun ones here. What's your? This is always, some people take this better depending on who you are. What's your biggest purchase in furry?
My biggest purchase, like I said, I'm sort of new to it, so I haven't had my biggest purchased yet. Okay, but I'd say at the moment, and this might sound like a really boring answer, my biggest purchase at the moment will be when I'm going taking trips to interstate. So the total accounts for that sort of stuff. I am planning on doing a big trip to the US next year.
Yeah, totally
for expansion.
That in my fandom, that's the most expensive cost that I have is going to con.
Yeah, and that would and it's not just that; it's also like if you're setting up like a vendor stall and stuff like that, you got to get like make sure get all the stuff together for that. Like you're making sure you're getting stock. You got to go to things and
So do you do you sell your art and your wares at at cons?
Yep,
excellent.
Yep,
that's your whole gig right now, pretty much.
At the moment, yes.
Nice.
Like I said, that's why I've said I'm doing the comic and stuff like that because I'd like to, do that and like I said, pitch it to things and get into that sort of things. I mean, it is a bit of a. The comic industry is a bit rocky at the moment with a lot of stuff that's going on. I won't go into it here, because that's what we're talking about. But it's something I always wanted to do. I've had some really good inspirations and stuff in my life.
30-minute tangent on the state of the comic industry. That could be good pod. I don't know.
I'm actually not kept up on that.
Boy, there's been some recent stuff that's been happening, especially. Look, okay, I won't go too far into it or anything, but apparently one guy got like who was, I forget which company it was. I think it was IDW or and stuff like that, or something like one of the big guys got it. It was like one of the big, sorry, just trying to find the right words for it. He was like really big on the Me Too thing, and then he got his own Me Too movement big used at him and stuff like that. So
whoops.
Yeah, kind of like it says people in houses don't throw stones, dude.
Do you know what comic is associated with?
Sorry, I'd have to double check that because I don't want to speak and stuff like that.
No, I understand here.
He does not wish to speak lies and slander.
We'll tell you what.
Indeed.
If let's do mild edge here, something that you feel free to pass on this one. If you feel
no, that's all right.
If you feel comfortable copping to it, what is the longest it's taken for you to finish a commission?
Oh, I'm not proud of that, but I will answer. Okay, I'd say it's been about longest I've taken was a comic. Mm-hmm. Okay, as in it's been it was a number of pages and stuff, and it's taken me about a year and a half. All right, to finish because I've sort of let it drop and stuff like that. Like while I did some other stuff and everything.
But
and
be proud. Okay. You're the first person I've asked that, and I'm going to keep that question for the meantime until it goes horribly bad. So far, you did very well. I was expecting.
Look, I'm not gonna run away from my mistakes and stuff like that. I mess up. I think people mess up or from time to time as well too. I try to correct my mistakes though. So sometimes I do thing like currently working on trying to finish off with one commission that's been taking a long time as well too. And I like this commission. It's a color. It's just another page in a color comic that I've been doing. All right, and it's another furry stuff. It's sort of like a bit toony and everything else like that. And the guy who commissioned me, patient like a saint. I mean, everything else like that. And I feel really bad that I did let it drop. Okay. But I'm now rushing recently to try and
by let it drop. I'm not sure if I've heard that
Well, it's what I say. I'm not sure. That's just what I've been saying.
Let it get away.
Let it get away from you. Or,
okay,
you know,
right.
Basically.
Got you. You like,
it fell through the cracks.
Fell
and
through
stuff
the
like
cracks.
That.
You just kind of let it drop. I got you. Yeah, no, totally got you. I wasn't quite clear what you meant.
No, that's fine. That's fine. It's not okay. I think, like I said, every commission artist will do that at one point or another. Do try to make amends for it in some way or another, whether it be trying to do a bit more, okay, to sort of make up as a sort of interest. In some cases, I've also just straight up given a refund where I've said, look, I'm sorry, I took way too long and everything else like that. Would you prefer? Do you prefer this, or should I just give you a refund? And some people said, look, I'll just take a refund. And I said, cool with that, take it. Okay, I'm very sorry for what happened. Okay. Because I've had friends who've had commissions, who've asked for commissions from stuff from people, and he never got it back, and they got like the commissioner just said, "No, that's not going to happen. I'm not going to do it now. Okay, things have changed." And it's like, well, geez, the guy paid you, man.
Fuck you! I have the money. That's basically.
Screw you! I have your money.
Exactly. And it's like, God, I'm thinking, God, I hope I don't become like that, and it's one of my things where I don't want what I don't want to do. I don't want to do that. I
don't think you'll answer, but I'll ask. Any artists like that?
Yeah, I was about to say. I'm like, what's the worst one of those you've ever heard? Not necessarily even heard of. What's the worst one?
I'll pitch this to you one of two ways. You could be like, I don't feel comfortable with that, but on the other side, you could feel free to go tip off prospective buyers here and be like, look, it hurts when you buy that one.
Well, here's the thing. I would say, but here's the thing. The guy in question, kind of has a career, and I don't want to mess with people's careers.
Nice.
Okay.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So they have a habit of it.
From what I understand, yes. Okay, but I'm not gonna.
Right. So we got ourselves a career swindler on our hands. Is what you're telling me.
Well, you know what? We're not gonna bully it out
Blake,
of him.
be nice.
Yeah. Come on.
And that's the thing. It's
Diamond.
like, look.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm not gonna.
He's already being super cool, sharing this much about it.
Tell you what, we'll do some more fun ones here that don't get you in any trouble here. Well, presumably, are you an anime fan? And if so, what current and/or old series do you recommend at this time?
Okay. Yes. Old school weeb. By the way,
Good man.
I was like, seriously, I had the Naruto headband and everything when it was deemed kind of somewhat.
Acceptable.
I just have a Naruto headband too.
Yeah.
Now, actually, I have a question about that. And since you said you are an old school weeb and stuff, have any anime entries influenced your art?
Ooh, let's see. I think I would say yes, obviously. But exactly which ones? Okay. I suppose. Let's see. Fullmetal Alchemist was one of the ones I really got into.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, when I was doing that, that was the strongest one. I think everyone I got into it when Evangelion was kind of relevant still and stuff like that. I think what a lot of people is. But I think one of the ones that sort of influenced a lot of my style, and I love the artwork a lot, was Fullmetal Alchemist. So, and I love the story. I loved how it got how dark it got and some of the more serious themes and stuff. I mean, that's not unusual for most anime, really.
It's like where there's a dog in a wig, going kill me or something.
Damn it!
The fusion.
Yes.
Yeah, the fusion. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. All right. Yeah, that was scary.
Brony Inspector doesn't appreciate the fine weeb arts. Moving on.
Okay, I'm sorry.
That's right.
But yeah. At the moment, though, I've been watching My Hero Academia. I love that. Okay. Okay. Something I'm not proud of, but I can't help but watch it, kind of like a train wreck, is Bucky. The latest season.
Bucky. Oh.
Bucky. Baki.
Oh, Bucky the Grappler.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh.
I wasn't too big on the first two seasons, but they recently did a third season, which is around the convicts. I call it the convict arc.
Really picks up in the third season.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, it's
Isn't that one
bizarre and insane, but kind of compelling at the same time. So yeah.
Isn't that series like mixed martial arts themed or something like that?
Once it gets to the third season, it gets weird. Okay, and I guess that's when it starts to get good. Like you got guys who are like whose martial arts style involved like hiding explosives in their gut and regurgitating them.
Okay, so that's more like One Piece. Got it.
Something like that, yeah. And a guy who is able to, kill people using air.
Oh, that sounds like Read or Die a little bit.
Yeah.
What is
something? Yeah, it is. But the big thing about it is that it's got like a big focus on it is like the weird. Well, not weird, but it's like it puts a lot of emphasis on muscle definition. And how much the guy who makes it can stretch and contort muscles and stuff like that.
What are, let's say, your favorite gaming series or otherwise comics for you to draw? If anyone commissioned you, I was like, I would like to commission you to draw this based off of thus and thus. For any of your fans listening.
Funny story. I used to be really super big in the Disgaea series. Okay, like my avatar was just like the gunslinger character from, Disgaea, which I sort of melded into its own character over time. Okay, and I still love that, and I still love the art style. Recently, though, I've been trying. I've sort of just been trying to do a lot more of my own things. But recently I tend to get asked to do a lot of Fire Emblem stuff. I'm not big on it, but I love some of the costume designs and the different characters and whatnot. One thing I'd love to actually do more of, though, is I'd love to do more of the monster stuff from Persona and everything else like that.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, because I love. I don't know. I just like that sort of thing, and also the character designs are great as well too. I don't know. I got something with something for red and black. So, yeah.
Feel free for you guys to jump in. Do you want me to keep taking the reins?
Yeah, keep far away, Anthony.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I was going to say, I do have one question, but I don't know if we want to save it for last.
Yeah.
That's depending on whether or not
I'm keeping the flow. I'm keeping the edgy stuff more on the back end here. Okay, so we'll do another fun one.
Sorry, I'm also eating a sandwich while I'm doing it as well too. So
if you
that's
could
good pod right there.
Yeah, if you could steal one artist's talent, who would it be and why?
God, the amount of people I would do that to, Jesus. I would literally go all sell and just freaking hunt down people just freaking do that.
Yeah.
You know what's funny? When I asked that question one time, I'm like, yeah, they shrivel up and die, and then they freaked, and I stopped asking that question for a while. But then you took it there, sir.
Let's see.
So it's a six-man death match on an island.
Go ahead.
The artists I mentioned before. Okay. I mean, I love them, but if there was a chance I would steal their talent, I would. Okay. Another guy I love is a guy called Shinoz. Okay, and he does some amazing work with color and line, and he's just, love that, just draw everything from that. There's a few, and there's a bunch of other ones I would just absolutely go hog wild on and stuff like that. Let's see. Okay, I'm just trying to think. Just trying to think. So, the guys I'm talking about, right? Like when I say Shinoz and stuff. So,
how do you spell it?
SHIN 0 0Z.
Oh, I'm sure I would have gotten that.
With my top shelf grammar, I would have gotten it, Brony.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I know.
I was spelling it with a she, like chinoise. Like I was not. Yeah.
Yeah. And there's not other artists like I'm sorry if I butcher this, I apologize. Ndoiko, I think it was. All right.
Are these all up on one website? Or? For
I'm sure. Look it up. Yeah, look it up on Fur Affinity. I'm sure you'll find them all there.
Affinity.
Fantastic.
Yep.
Now let's switch. Let's switch gears.
Oh, yeah, go ahead. I was going to give one more easy one.
Go ahead. Instead of talent, if you could just take one artist's fame like the amount of money they did on Patreon and all that crap, who would you pick?
You don't even have to draw like them. You just get all the glory, and you don't have to change a damn thing about what you do. Yeah.
Actually, I'm not too big on fame at that things. Like, I don't think I want to steal people's fame though, because it would be
all the glory will be yours. You go to cons and they'll be like, you get the biggest booth. You were first in line. You didn't even need to apply. Do you need a hotel room? Do you need a snack? Like,
okay, I think I just want that in general and stuff like that. I think I want that.
You gotta knock someone out of the way.
Okay, if I gotta knock someone out of the way, well, geez, look, if you gotta, okay, I don't know, if I gotta. Jeez, I don't know. Who's currently the biggest person on the artist on the scene at the moment? Okay,
there is one. There's it's something with an S. They make $20,000 bi-weekly on Patreon. I can't remember.
Them. Okay, sorry. If you gotta shoot for the king, you gotta kill the king to get that. So yeah.
Okay.
I forgot their.
Yeah. So
whoever's the most popular right now.
Yeah, whoever's the most popular right now. Yeah, them. Okay.
Yeah. Well, tell you what. Since I know Blake is there itching to go, I will lay the groundwork for him. As an artist, morally, is there something you won't draw?
Damn it! I was gonna ask that question.
Oh,
no, exactly. Hold on. Wait. Let me check my notebook here. Is there anything you won't draw? Damn it! We all had the same question, guys.
That was my 20th. That was my last one. I just jumped there. It's not the worst one, though.
Well, it's all right. Okay. Let's see. I will try my hand at most things, but generally I shy away from most things involving scat. Mm-hmm. Okay, which I've been asked once or twice.
Please no.
Yeah, that's I kind of draw a line there, and everything. Let's see. Anything to do? Okay, obviously anything to do with child porn. Okay, all right. Obvious reasons. Okay.
Bravo.
Although I will say, I've drawn young characters before, but not in a sexual way. All right, that's okay. I try to. I put that caveat, and people say, "Oh, but you do this and stuff like that." Yeah, but it wasn't. There's no sex in that. It's not even nudity or anything else like that. Jesus, What else? Just trying to think. I used to be able to think I wouldn't draw anything too graphic, like gory or something else like that. But I've recently been studying a lot of anatomy, like internal anatomy, like looking into fantasy, like biology, like how things work and stuff like that. And I've started drawing a lot more things like bone structures and where organ placements are and stuff like that. So I don't know. I'm going to say no for the moment, but that might end eventually. So yeah.
But just for the sake of doing like a more detailed internal drawing of someone, not to make it like gratuitously gory or violent. I'm just trying to get an idea.
Yeah, so we're not going to use by that.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do things like pull it slow like the slow pulling out of a spinal cord, and seeing all the tendons.
You can spare me the imagery, honestly.
Yeah, I'm not. I'd shy away from that. Okay, so yeah.
I have.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, I don't. Well, that's one of those situations for me. I don't have a problem with it unless I see it like it's in a fetishistic while. Because I mean, who doesn't play Mortal Kombat? Come on now.
Exactly. Yeah. Look, if it's something like concept art or something else like that, everything that's fine. But if it's supposed to get, if it's made to be just like to get a rise in that way out of someone, it's like, not sure if this is something I want on my portfolio. So yeah.
What was your reaction? So basically, when you came into furry and you noticed, when you saw, let's say, the more risque things.
Let's see.
Because for me back in the day, I don't know if you ever heard of a website, it was called VCL, where I'd be like, okay, porn image, what the hell is that? Porn image, and then it slowly would dawn on you, oh, they're all porn. Oh dear God.
Like I said, probably when I was younger, I was a lot more prudish about it. Like, no, and everything else like that. But then, again, when you're exposed to lots of different people, they're a lot more casual about it and everything else like that. You sort of just start being, stop getting uptight about things. okay, and everything. And look, like I said, I still have got my limits, obviously. Like,
well,
you know,
I think I've got a question around that. Are the fetishes you draw your fetishes, or are you just cornering a market for a fetish where the art's good and fun to draw for you?
Here's the thing. It's sort of sort of a bit of column A is sort of a bit of column B.
Okay.
All right, like, some of the stuff is just purely for money. Like, I'm just
like someone says, "Please draw this," and you say, "On it, boss." Gotcha.
Yeah, exactly. And I think when I was sort of a bit younger, that's pretty much the attitude I took with pretty much anything. Like, be very mercenary about it. Just say, "Look, this is just a job. It's not my thing," and stuff like. And I've done other stuff. Like, I've done foot fetish type stuff. Some other things I won't repeat here, obviously. Yeah. But in other cases, it sort of is. Okay, and I'm saying sort of. I'm lying. It is. Okay.
Okay. Cool. All
right. So yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's a bit of column A, column B, and it's like, but because I try not to be any sort of judgmental sort of stuff or anything else like that. I just go with it. Everything, and I basically, if it is something that might cause a bit of issue, I try to make sure that it's known, like in the description, like this is a commission, this is stuff like that. But otherwise, if I don't care, then I just leave it as is and let people judge for themselves.
Yeah.
So yeah. So I think a lot of what I do really is more, I'd say yes, but there are some that is, it's like, like I said, it's just a paying job. Moreover, I'm just more interested in just if I'm happy with the artwork itself, really.
Well, I guess let me put it to you this way: which one do you think you draw with the most sincerity in your art?
I'd say, I'm sorry, I'm just replacing.
Yeah,
here we go. Look, obviously the stuff I'm into, I'm going to do with more. I'm going to draw with a bit more sincerity, obviously.
Yeah.
But that's not really an easy question to ask, because in some cases, like, if it's a really good idea, I'll obviously take more interest in it, even if it's something I'm not, it's not in my category of fetishes or something else like that.
Right. Brony Inspector, you made a joke about that once. I don't have to like this comment. I don't have to agree with this comment to see a good comment when I see a good comment.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, like, for example, some of the artists I was talking before, like, they do stuff that's definitely not my thing, but I'm like just saying, look, I ain't getting nothing, but it's pretty damn good.
All right. All right, we might have another one, Anthony. We might have another one yet.
What,
now, the rage rages on.
I was this close to making the joke.
He set it up.
Fine, whatever. You had
in that same vein of like stuff you won't draw or whatever. Or you said, like, as your time in the fandom went on, and you got more and more accepting of certain things. But is there anything that you like put your foot down and say, hey, no matter how much time I spend here, that's still not going to be okay to me?
Well, you kind of answered that one already, Blake.
I think I kind of answered that one with the thing. Like, at the like I said, I've drawn lines at things like scat and childborn stuff and everything. And let me give you. I don't think I'll get around to liking those.
Yeah. Podcasting tip, Blake. You don't just go down the line. You pay attention to see if he answered those ones, kind of like a job interview.
Well, there's a difference between things that you're okay with drawing and things that you're okay with getting a reaction to.
But Blake, what the fuck?
I still think I answered it. Okay.
So sure. Wait, I don't. What the fuck?
Yeah, I don't know what he's on about here. Like,
Jesus Christ!
What gives us all bonus here on King of Limbo? Like, what kind of fucking podcast is this?
Yeah, Jesus Christ, double down. I'm looking at fucking. How do I ask a man their favorite junk food after that? Way to go!
Yeah.
Okay.
But anyways, what's your favorite?
For the record, anything with chicken in it. So yeah.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Yes.
What's your favorite drink?
Oh, this is gonna sound weird. Sarsaparilla.
Oh,
what
actually,
is that?
never had sarsaparilla. It's a non-alcoholic.
Yeah. Non-alcoholic stuff, but the particular one I like, okay, is the Bundaberg sarsaparilla. All right, and
I've
if you don't know,
never heard of
Bundaberg.
that brand. Is it
Bundaberg. Well, it's because it's in Australia. Okay,
Of course,
Bundaberg
yes.
is a place in up in Queensland, which is up north, and it's famous for all its sugar farms. It's all sugar cane, and there's a place called Bundaberg.
Good place to make soda.
Dude, seriously. Also, Bundaberg is also one of the best places to have rum.
Okay, well, those things. Oh, I have had these. Oh, I have had this type of. I have had this ginger beer. This is good stuff. Yeah.
Oh, it is the best stuff. And they make sarsaparilla, they make ciders, they make stuff, and they make rum, all kinds of rum. And like, seriously, you can go onto the website and order like the specialty, like, you know, 100 or 201 liqueur. They have like a coffee liqueur rum, which is just. Yeah,
Brony, you might need to go to this website.
Possible.
Yes.
Oh God!
I mixed them all together to make a drink I call the I Love Rum Possible a lot.
Oh yeah, I actually invented a drink a couple of days ago as well that involved rum. I called it a dick kicking pirate.
Okay.
All right, it's okay. It's basically, it's not anything special. It's basically it's like a tropical version of the Moscow Mule. It's basically rum, whether it's dark rum or overproof rum, whatever you got. Okay, Mountain Dew, crushed ice.
Okay.
All right, mint, like, you know, some mint leaves, muddled and served in a tankard.
So you just dump the rum in half the Mountain Dew and hang out in the Calico parking lot.
Mint, slice of lime, got to squeeze that in, and mint. All right, muddle that and serve in a tankard.
Just do this in the 2-liter bottle and call it the call it the Mountain Ghetto Blaster like the old days.
Sure, why not? Like I said, there's a reason I called it the dick kicking pirate. Okay, because it's like because you doubled over.
Oh.
Now, here's a question. So you said that you're Australian, clearly. I know you said that your favorite food is like anything chicken. Is there anything that's exclusive to Australia that you can't live without?
Yes. I'm actually eating it right now at the moment. I'm eating the Vegemite sandwich, so yeah.
Of course.
Wait. Is it just Vegemite and the bread?
No.
Okay, I didn't know. I was like, what?
What goes on that? Yeah, I've heard many legends of this.
Okay, this is how I make mine, okay? You get a bit of butter, all right, put it on this, and you smear on some Vegemite on top, slam them together in a bowl, you eat that.
Wait, it's butter and Vegemite. That's one, okay,
that's one extra ingredient.
One extra ingredient, yeah.
I bet it makes a difference.
I have had some different variations and stuff like that, you know.
So, Marmite sucks. I hate it, but I don't like mineral. I don't like mineral paste like that or whatever. What is it called? Mineral paste? I don't know. What is it?
It's a type of spreadable yeast.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, but look, I ate this stuff all the time when I was a kid, and it's just something I've always had. And it's, you know, it's cheap and it's basically available. It's like, yeah, all right, I'll do it. You know. Okay. So it's kind of like that. All right. There are like ones that have like, you know, mixtures of cheese in it. So you know, so you have cheese and Vegemite sort of thing, which is sort of good. You got that really salty and. Sorry.
Do you have one that's not from the song "When You Come From a Land Down Under"? Because the Vegemite sandwich was definitely in that song.
Here, tell you what, I've got a really fun one. So I used to ask this question again, and I changed it around. So the original question was, if you had to eat one Pokemon, what would it be? What if you had to? If you had to eat one,
he likes this one.
No, hold it. We could do better. If you had to eat one furry, what would it be? Not someone specifically race. Species.
All right. So a furry race, not a furry person or something. Yeah,
I mean, if you have that hang up, by all means.
Oh no, a person. Yeah, no, another furry. If you had to eat another furry in the fandom, which one would it be?
I'm going for species.
Who is the most tantalizing?
I don't know. I don't think I've thought about that.
You get a 3-course. Who's the appetizer? Who is the main course? And who do you have for dessert?
I'm gonna walk.
Here's the thing: I would have to spend time preparing them, so it'd have to be like, would it have to be raw, or could I actually spend some time like actually, you know, marinating or something else like that? Fuck me. I don't know. Okay. Basically, I don't know, because I couldn't pin it down to just one person if I was in that situation and stuff like that.
Why you get an appetizer, a main course, and a dessert? You can pick three people.
All right.
No, you made this.
How about I put it down to archetypes and stuff like that?
Yeah, there you
go. If it's one of those fat furs, I'd have to spit roast that and stuff like that.
Okay.
If it was
hold on. I'm hearing backup noise. Who's that?
I got it.
Okay, thanks.
Okay, yeah. If it was one of those fat furs, I'd have to spit roast that and just serve, I don't know, have it as a kebab or something else like that. Obviously, if it was one of those macro stuff, I don't know, raw or skillet that shit and stuff like that. As for dessert, I suppose anything, any of the, I'm sort of cheating. I'm using Pokemon. I use a Goodra and make that into ice cream, I guess.
Oh, see, you know what? If you've ever watched Chopped, you know the ice cream maker is always a trap. It never sets up in time. You're never gonna get you're never gonna get the ice cream done in time.
You're right. You're right.
Oh, Jesus.
The sad thing is, I do watch Chopped, so I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Like this stupid
Never
MacGuffin with the ice cream machine. Fuck that thing.
Oh my god.
I don't know. So as for individuals, I don't know. Okay, I don't think I've ever. I don't know. I put just like that. If it's archetypes and it's one of those desert island scenes, you miraculously have access to a kitchen, then yeah, that.
Okay.
Look, I've got one here. I had someone point this out back in the day when I talked to Sean Howell from the furry fandom. Probably he's an old. Where do you feel is if you had one site to go to, what would it be for furry? You could only go to one. What's your best one? Or doesn't exist anymore? Because I've been told that you have to kind of spread it out. But what's your favorite then?
Well, I guess the one I go to a lot, I guess, is FA. Okay, purely because there's a lot of it's just that whole thing of it's a shot. It's just everything is there, the good, the bad, and the weird, and stuff like that. And if you got to choose, have one site to get in, to have all of that, you might as well have it go to a site that has it all, drama and everything. Okay, because look, Twitter has its own thing, has its own issues and stuff like that, and you still got to hunt people down and sort of stuff if you want to do it that way. There is other good ones I suppose Ink Bunny's all right as well too, especially for commissioned work and stuff. But it doesn't have the same volume or something else like that. So I guess I'd have to put it down to volume of work. Okay. So yeah.
Biggest is best.
Certainly.
Exactly. Okay.
All right, we're going to take a tiny dip into the cringe here. What are your thoughts on role players?
Ooh, here's the thing. Like I said, I'm not a judgmental person, so if people do the role play thing, that's fine. Okay, I think I did a lot of it when I was younger as well too, because that's just what you did, obviously. Right. But some people, but it's it's like this. It's if you're just doing it as a fun thing and stuff like that, whatever, all good. It's but when you put it out, start putting it out there to everybody and stuff like that, some people, like I said, they've got no filter. Mm-hmm. And it's well, look, if you're happy with that, cool. But we're going to react to it, and we're going to cringe to it. So and laugh at you. So yeah. Basically, it's I got no problem people doing it, but so long as they got no problem with me laughing at it.
Very fair, sir. But on that note, since you're an artist, how would you feel about people using your artwork on their whatever profiles or whatever?
I have had that. Look, my personal thing on this is look, if you're going to use my artwork for whatever, okay, just credit me. Just make sure you put the credit to me that you're using the artwork and and credit back to me and stuff like that.
All right.
Okay. Like I said, I don't mind people using it if it's just if it's to help their own thing and stuff like that. Obviously, if they start using it as a sort of this is I own the character, I'm going to say no, you're just using it to get your rocks off. Okay. But look, I don't mind. Okay, my only thing is, only thing I ask is look, if you're going to do that, just credit back to me. Maybe it might lead to a commission or something later on or something. I don't know. Okay, so yeah.
That's very fair.
Opportunity. Yeah.
What would you say if you had more time? Is there something that you've looked at and gone, that's a fandom or an interest that I'd get into, but I just don't have the time for? Like, if you had more time per day, what would you get to?
Jeez. I think it also comes down to time and money as well, too. Look, there's two things I'd love to get into a lot more, and I'm sort of starting to try and do it more. It's like, I'd love to do more animation, okay, and get into that sort of community. No, I'm serious. Okay?
I was waiting for Brony Inspector to going, cocaine, please, okay, cocaine. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, no, I'm like, stand up paddleboarding and coke. Stand up paddleboarding and coke. Come on. Well. Yeah.
No. So, okay, sorry. I'm being very boring here. I apologize.
No, you're fine.
Let's see. No, I do more of that, and I'd obviously travel a lot more. The usual sort of thing. As for the whole suiting aspect that you see, obviously says, look, some of the suits look really, really nice, and you sort of have. I'm probably not going to do it at all, okay? But it's one of those things where you just look at it and go, God, those suit looks nice.
If money were no object, who would you get a suit from? Where would you go? And how much would and like money were no object? Like,
oh God,
how all out would you go?
I'd go. Look, like I said, if you, I'm in the sort of mindset of like, if you're gonna do it, you might as well go hog horse with it. So I'd probably come up with something really, really elaborate, like something that doesn't look like me. That would it's like probably one of those puff suiters or something else like that. Have the huge legs and stuff like that, and like something
very
trying to get ahead.
Transformative that when you put it on, you no longer share the form factor of the person you are familiar with.
Yeah, that's right. And it's really, like, it's not just putting on a head and gloves and legs and whatever clothes it is and call it a day. No offense to the people who do that. I mean, look, money and things, and you're doing something you love. Great, awesome. But if I was doing it, I'd go, no, it would have to be the suit. I'd have to have a friggin' truck to bring it in or something else like that,
right. And
be the
Mercedes R330 to bring it in with.
Yes. Like I said, it would be the Reinhardt of fursuits. It would literally have to have jetpacks and some sort of motorized thing to help me get around.
It has
I'd have to put on a rig.
servos in the head alone.
Exactly.
When you blink, my eyes blink back.
I would bitch. It would be basically freaking Tony. I'd be Tony Stark's Iron Man, but the furry version.
15 cameras and the same lane keeping assist that they use in the Tesla.
Okay.
My God!
It keeps you from blocking hallways while you're walking through conventions.
Right.
Exactly. Yeah.
I think this is the last one I got since you took out some of them as part of your question. See that, Blake? What species of persona, and keep in mind this is going to bother people, what gets your goat? Like, when you see this species out there, your lip curls and your nose upturns.
Hello. Yeah, you do the hello Newman. Like, which one? Like, one of these just showed up in your apartment.
One of those ones?
You.
Yeah.
Let's see. And again, this comes to the whole thing. I'm not really that much of a judgmental guy because I'm sort of helping invent one of these furry species as well too.
Oh, there's plenty of safe answers. I've heard, like, was it rainbow sparkle dogs or something like that?
Oh God, yeah. I guess, yeah. That you could say that, but
why not?
I'm just thinking. I'm just trying to think. Like, I mean, there's a bunch of there's some I don't quite get. Okay, is like the protogens. Ones that have sort of thing. Ones with the robot faces and stuff. I mean, again, people like them, so and some of them can be aesthetic pleasing.
That's a pretty good answer, weird. Actually. They're just sort of get obnoxious.
Yeah, I just don't. I never quite got it. Although, and again, some people have spent. I've seen some people. One or two people made a suit out of it, and I guess the whole concept of it is like. Haven't you guys played Borderlands? You remember that character Zero?
Yeah, I fucking love Borderlands. Yes, now I'm on board.
Zero, how whenever he makes an emotion, it comes up as an emoticon hologram in front of his face. Essentially, that's what the
amazing.
So it's like, if you can make it work like that, great. It's kind of what you took the idea from, so everything, and it's probably yeah.
I put a Daft Punk helmet in my fursuit.
Yeah. It's a Daft Punk. It's just the concept of the Daft Punk helmet. Just made
LED light bar, because LED light bar is why.
Yeah. Well, again, it's cool. It's just, I don't get why there has to be a species of it or something else like that. But
I am the species of furry that has LEDs. We are born with LEDs. Like, okay.
we have ecstasy blowing through our veins instead of blood.
Pure MDMA and ketamine is all we are fueled by.
Inject to my veins.
Here we go. Time to dance all night and blink.
Neon.
Jesus, that was beautiful. Does anybody have anything left?
I do.
Okay.
Oh, great. Awesome.
All right, so, and I think this is a good one to wrap it up on. So, when it comes to like the politics of the fandom, do you try and keep your ears open and then your eyes open, or do you just avoid it? Like when Jason Fetz is getting into a slap fight with Sonic Fox, that's when you're like, oh, hey, what's going on over here? Or you just stick to your corner?
Look, I try to stick my. I know this sounds boring. I try to stick my corner and stuff. I do hear about it because, unfortunately, there are people and friends that I either work with or hang out with that, like, they're super into it and they have to, sort of thing. But
so is it to not fall out of conversations with your friends, or is it to navigate the politics of the situation so that you know which side to take?
No, actually, it's more just to not fall out, really.
Okay,
My personal thing is just like, I don't care. All right, this is fucking insipid. Yeah. Okay, and in any other, if it wasn't for the fact that everyone has to have an opinion on it, I wouldn't have one.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
That's my favorite word, insipid.
Yeah,
that's the word of the day.
Thank
yourself one of those fancy ginger ales that you like.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna enjoy that.
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, no, that's that. But that's just how it is. And look, like I said, I wouldn't pay attention to it. But like I said, people that I either work with or friends can't stop talking about it. So it's like, cool. And you sort of just have to give a non-committal answer to it. And it sucks, but it's like. Well, you either have to give your opinion, and then everyone has to make a point about it. It's like, who cares?
But you never see this stuff and go like, oh, well, I have a few thoughts on that I would like. You don't take the opportunity to jump in. Is kind of what you're saying.
I feel about stuff. Sometimes I'll have an opinion about stuff. Okay, obviously, but whether or not it's actually, if that's all it is, it's like I just have an opinion or an idea about stuff. It's like, and I've never really had a strong need to just go out and vent about it. I think I did. I'll take that back. There was one time that did happen. All right, it was during that whole. Remember that when there was that announcement trailer for that new Thundercats cartoon that looks absolutely shocking.
Yeah.
Yeah, and what got my goat about that was the fact that the guys behind it were literally issuing threats to people who were says, "Oh, that'll affect your chances of getting into the industry." I thought, okay, that's where I have to fucking say something, because that's a fucking really petty and little shitty thing. Just because people don't like what you fucking made, it's like if someone
you'll never work in this town.
Yeah,
good luck getting a job around here.
It's like, you fucking tiny little bastard man. All right. How fucking insecure and shitty do you know your product is that you have to fucking do that? It's like, fucking, yeah.
Oh, sorry. There we go. All right. Now,
yes, that's my thing on that too.
Now, jumping off of that, I know you say you don't like to pay attention too much to it, but if there's a piece of drama that comes out that's like, it really, you cannot ignore it and you have to take a side. Do you try to, well, let's say somebody comes out and it's like, oh, they believe the Holocaust didn't happen or some other horrible thing, and do you still try to do business with them, or do you follow the crowd and say, hey, nope, just to save face, I'm gonna walk this way?
Oh, I don't know. That's I don't know. Okay.
Well, I mean that's definitely what I was getting at with my question about like how much of that is navigating your surroundings and hedging your dealings versus just not falling out of conversations about it. I mean,
yeah.
So yeah, what at the end of the day.
That's the thing. I don't. Okay, I don't know. That's a pretty hard question. Look, I would have to. It would really depend on the context. Like, if it was a fucking stupid thing they said, then look, I'm just gonna. Then I'll just treat it as like, look, you said something fucking stupid, but look, let's just continue on and everything else like that. But if they're like going on Twitter every day and saying like this shit all the time. And it's like it would be hard to me justify any sort of business dealings with it because like I don't want to be associated with this, I mean that might be. I mean I don't know. Maybe that's just me being
trying to save your brand is a very admirable thing. I don't see any problem with that. Yeah.
But then again, even if it wasn't saving the brand, it would just be. It would be based off
my brand.
My brand. Even if it wasn't saving the brand, it would just come down to how I personally feel about the person. Because, look, I've known people who are been pretty awesome, and I've also known people who have been absolute assholes, but there's one thing about them that is actually pretty good about them and stuff, I mean, there's, like I said, I try not, like I said, as I was saying, I try not to be judgmental about sort of stuff, although in some cases you have to be, obviously. But, I don't know. I feel like I'm giving a non-answer here. Or anything, but I guess in the most.
Is it like not being judgmental, or like a point where you went, "Well, I'm not going against my better judgment on this. Something's telling me no, and I'm not." This person, Like
I said, I just have to it would just be based off the person, my interactions with the person personally and stuff like that.
All right, is out here, so I'm gonna take a risk at this. All right, let's do a direct example. Tarot.
We were getting along so nicely here, Blake. I was
like, Blake, you were not even being subtle before when you were trying to do that. I'm like, I wonder why he doesn't just ask that. Like,
Well, here's the thing. I never knew about. I only heard about tarot when the whole drama thing picked up. So I never knew. If
I didn't know about it either till then.
I was involved with it and stuff like that, it would be basically a case of. Well, it depends on how I'm involved. If it was a person that I knew beforehand, like I was subscribed to, or something else like that, I'd want to. I'd be in that sort of the headspace of, well, let's see the evidence. And when the evidence came out, it was like, okay, well, I don't think I'm gonna get involved with that no more. Okay, if I was involved personally, I'm honestly not sure. It really depends. Because I'll stand by my friends through a lot, but that's a. I'll admit I've never had any of my friends do that, so that might be one of the lines I might cross. Not one of the lines I'd have to draw. I mean, sorry. So, yeah, okay. I guess it's based off what the person does and how they conduct themselves and stuff like that. So, yeah. All right. So I don't know. Again, I'm giving a real non-answer here. I'm sorry.
No, you did. You did.
No, that was yeah. That seemed like an answer.
Well, yeah. I don't know. I got flabbergasted there because I thought you were such a good guest. Is that a good place to wrap it up there?
I got nothing else. So.
All right. Is everybody good?
Happy with this? Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah. No worries. Well, look. Thank you very much for bringing me on and everything.
If I wanted it's relevant to your taste, other fur artist, would you be interested in coming back to co-host?
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh,
yeah, I'd love to. This was
wonderful.
Great.
Yeah.
All right. See, inroads. That's what I'm always.
Yeah, you might. Okay.
You did it.
I mean, look, you might find more stuff about me as I go along that may be cool, or might be part of the next big drama or something. I don't know.
What would if there's anything that you did that we would find shocking? What would it be?
That's
looking at my NSFW stuff and going, ooh, okay.
Okay, I've looked at your NSFW stuff. I was like, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh well, there you go. Look, if that's fine, then
yeah, Clay.
Is he gonna apply to some vend? He's gonna apply to a vendor's hall somewhere, and someone will buy some art. Hopefully, like that. Yeah.
Well, that's why I keep two things. That's why.
Okay, so your art is the most shocking thing about you. Okay. That's good to know. That's good.
All right.
No worries. Yeah. All right. So, no, look, guys, thanks for having me on. It's been fun and everything. I hope it wasn't too boring. Okay.
No, you were great. Are you kidding me?
But yeah, just make sure if you want me on again, just drop me a line and I'll come on and I'll see what I can do. So yeah.